Alright, you guys, another Monday, another video, and in this one, I am going to go ahead and share with you guys a bit of a struggle. I'm drawing something new. It's called a muntjac deer, I believe. A little bit of a strange name, which is what caught my eye, but they have these like really weird scent glands, and I was just really inspired by it. So I wanted to do a little sort of like learning process sketchbook spread to hopefully lead towards a video next week where I'll do kind of like a finished painting based off of these guys. So if seeing me struggle and learn sounds like something you would enjoy, I'm Rory Flint. Feel free to call me Rory. If you're new around here, hi, hello, how are you? Let me know in the comments down below. I like to create dope art content and hopefully curate a chill atmosphere. And if you're not new around here, what is up, my dudes? Let's get into this video. So I start off and my process is like pretty normal. Like I'm sketching, I really enjoy the sketches, I like what's happening on the page, and it kind of just goes like really downhill, and it goes a little bit, it kind of spikes and gets a little bit better, but I wouldn't say that this is one of like the sketchbook spreads that I'm the most proud of, but that's okay, because it was really more of like a learning spread than anything else. Like I was really trying to figure out how I wanted to depict these weird ass scent glands that they have, which they're kind of like located on like at the bottom of their eyes and like almost as like eyebrows or like a second set of nostrils on the top of their face. It's really strange. So I was kind of fiddling around and drawing kind of a few different versions of them and stuff, trying to figure out what I want to do, and the actual one that I'm working on right here is what I end up loving and really enjoying overall. I just feel like this is kind of the style that I'm going to go for when I am doing my painting next week. So yeah, the entire sketchbook spread was way more of like a learning process, I guess, than I'm trying to complete, like the most aesthetically pleasing spread or anything like that. It was definitely, the goal was more like, what the fuck is going on here and how do I want to depict it? But this is definitely one of those sketchbook spreads that makes me go, oh my god, why am I not just working in Procreate? This is like such a pain in my ass, and I don't know. Everything was going wrong, and it was not easy, simple, or quick to fix. So those two scent glands that I was talking about are called like the frontal and preorbital scent glands, and I feel like if I was doing this sketchbook kind of over again, or sketchbook spread over again, what I would have done is kind of taken more time to research before I started sketching them, and instead of sketching just like based off of photos, I probably would have taken a lot of this research into account and used like these words to make the pages more interesting and have a little bit more fun with it. So who knows, maybe we'll get another spread about muntjac deer and hopefully I'll redeem myself. I do have a few spreads already pre-planned though, so it won't be for a little while that we get another taste of the muntjac deer, that's for sure. And so those spreads are going to be like, I had a lovely commenter tell me or ask me to paint some snakes, so that's going to be the next spread, not the next video, but the next spread. And then after that, I wanted to do another page about a dog from the kennel named Mac, or Mac and Cheese, and my family actually ended up taking him in and adopting him, so I'm really excited to do a little spread about him. But maybe after that, I'll give this another go because I think there's a lot more that I can do with it. And this was, as I keep saying, a very trial and error, like learning page. Even the colors kicked my ass in this one, which was so disappointing because they were colors that I love, like Naples yellow, titanium buff, sepia. Oh, we even threw in like a really nice, interesting watercolor green color called, oh my god, Undersea Green from Daniel Smith, which is like this really strange color, but I really enjoy using it. And I don't know, they were all just like not, I don't know. I feel like I started off too confident and went a little bit too complicated, and then from there it was just like way too hard for me to try and fix. And it's such a pain in the ass traditionally because you have to wait for it to dry. Like even if you have one of those little heat things that like air dries it or whatever, you still have to wait for it to dry. And the way that you have to fix your mistakes is like so much more complicated than in Procreate, where you can just delete the layer or, try something else. And I don't know. This is kind of one of those spreads that definitely made me remember why I like working digitally so much. Oh, but back to what I was saying about their scent glands. They have like a gabillion uses. So they have them for like marking territory, and they don't like ooze like you would think or something. Like, nothing comes out of them despite what I'm kind of doodling on the sketchbook spread, but they actually like rub their faces on shit, and then their scent like goes on to that, whatever they rubbed their faces on or something. They actually use them to communicate too, because like the scent that they, I guess, like secrete is like specific to each deer. So each individual deer has a different scent that it like releases, and it will kind of like communicate to other deer, I guess, and like in this really weird way. Like, I don't know honestly how it works, but it can like communicate their age or like their sex, or even like more obscure and like abstract concepts like how they sit in the deer hierarchy. So yeah, these glands have like a lot of purposes, I guess, and they're kind of strange. Like, sometimes they're even used, these like scent glands, as a way to like, you know how like, I guess other types of deer have like antlers, and the kind of like bigger antlers and stuff can kind of dictate, I think they can anyways, they can kind of like dictate who wins in a fight and stuff like that. So the scent glands actually get like flared and do weird shit when two muntjac deer are fighting. So that's also weird and interesting to me. It's kind of one of those things where I'm just a little disappointed by the way the spread turned out, because these deer are just right up my alley and totally something that I wanted to try and, you know, do justice by, and I just don't feel like I did that. But I'm just gonna keep saying and keep telling myself that it was practice. You know, I figured a lot of shit out by doing this and by drawing them in a million different ways, and well, I guess not that many ways, like 5 different ways. But I feel more confident going into a painting, so hopefully next week you guys will, I don't know, like stay tuned. Is that the phrase that I should use? You know, like look forward to that video where maybe I will be able to redeem myself and do these guys justice. Talking specifically about the video at the moment, like I had mentioned previously, I feel like I just kind of was rushing the painting, and like, not because I wanted this sketchbook spread to get done or anything. Like, I just felt confident in what I was doing, and I should not have, because I needed to think about it way more. There was just like a lot going on and not enough attention, I feel, to like the flat details, like the shading on the deer, and just like adding the small details way too fast. And I feel like that really hurt me in the end, because I just kept getting frustrated, and I felt like they all looked so weird, and I didn't like them, and I don't know, I was just a little bit overwhelmed, but also like I was trying really hard to just persevere and hopefully turn the spread into something I like. And obviously that didn't necessarily happen, but at least I got one good sketch out of it, you know? It's kind of difficult to make this into a video, because I kind of just want to be like, yeah, I didn't like it, move on. But I also keep kind of focusing on the fact that I am excited to do another spread dedicated to these guys, because I think that I can do better. And probably what I'll end up doing is like potentially taking the spread that I paint and just like taping it over this one. Like, this one didn't happen in my sketchbook, because I do that in my sketchbooks. I don't really mind not keeping the spreads that I am not proud of, like, in the forefront of it, because it just kind of hurts my confidence, I think, and just kind of, I don't know, I don't want to look at it when I know I can do better, but that's just like a personal choice, and I'm not very, like, I don't know, I'm happy to share what is, I don't know, what is a little lackluster in my sketchbook with you guys, but that doesn't mean that I want it to, like, chill in my sketchbook and be there when I'm doing flip-throughs, you know what I mean? So, as you can probably tell, this part in the video, or at this point in the video, I had, like, totally painted over the 2 sketches oh my god, the 2 sketches that I had been working on for, like, the entire fucking video. And I will say that, like, it does get better, and I think that the colors work better a little bit more together, and the sketches get a little bit more, I don't know, they seem a little bit more like how I've been drawing things, rather than whatever the fuck was happening on this sketchbook spread up until this point, that's for sure. I still feel like I end up going in a little bit too early with those smaller details, and I like get confused and draw like, instead of like a shadow, because it was such a dark color on the larger deer, I added like a light color, and I just don't know how I feel about that. And I feel like I was just making a lot of choices that I was like, nope, this didn't work, and this didn't work, and this didn't work, and then trying to fix it, and it just like it just wasn't working, and it was very disappointing and frustrating, but it's okay. Like I said, I'm happy to share the spreads that I don't like as much. Just don't be shocked if they're covered up by something way more awesome in my sketchbook tour. God, I feel like I've been working on this sketchbook for so damn long. And I know I have. It's going on almost a year, and a lot has happened in that year. And this particular sketchbook has so many more pages than I'm used to. I don't think I've ever worked in a sketchbook with this many pages. I think, I should look, because I don't know how many, but I know it's a fuck ton. And I know that also it's 8x8, so it's much bigger than what I would normally create my spreads out of, because I'm really used to working in 8x5, and then I did do a really big one. I think it was 9x12 maybe, or maybe just 8x11, standard paper size, not sure. And that was kind of difficult, and I don't know, I've seen so many people do cool things with these square sketchbooks, so I was like, maybe I could do that, maybe I'll make them look cool. And I've also used the bound sketchbooks that are just there's no rings in them, and then this is obviously spiral bound, but I do like the spiral bound. I feel like, I don't know, maybe my next sketchbook I'll go to the what's it called, oh my god, where it's glued, and it's not spiral bound, whatever. Either way, I might go to that sketchbook, because I haven't done one in a sketchbook or two, and I did use them and really like them, but I don't know, there was something about the spiral that I was happy with when I started this. Not to mention I really like the Be Creative paper, and that's what the sketchbook is Be Creative, BEE, by the way. And yeah, I don't really want to lose out on the Be Creative paper, but at the same time, I'm kind of intrigued at the idea of doing a oh my god, I need to Google what kind of binding that is, because I'm totally having a fucking brain fart about it. But yeah, anyways, maybe I'll try one of those where I can have the sketches bleed more directly onto the page. But I don't want to focus too much on the next sketchbook I'm going to do, because then that's going to make me not want to finish this one. And obviously I want to finish this one. There's been an insane amount of progress, and I'm excited to show you guys from start to finish what's changed in my style, and more than that, what's changed in the way that I do my sketchbook spreads. Because they've grown and evolved so fucking much in this spread. Or, oh my god, not this spread, in this sketchbook. And it's been really exciting, because even if I didn't really like this spread, I still feel like it's leagues ahead of where I was at when I started this sketchbook. And that, I don't know, it's just always really encouraging when you can see that amount of progress in a sketchbook, and you can kind of see how, at least in terms of where I'm at in the sketchbook now, by the end of it, I have grown so much to a point where I like all of my sketchbook spreads, even when I don't like them that much. Yes, but currently in the video, the little deer dude that I'm working on that's in the running position, I am really, really happy with him. I like that he has these small beady eyes, that I chose to make the scent glands just sort of a hole in the face that ooze was kind of leaking out of, because in my head that's what the scent glands did. I didn't realize they rubbed their faces on the ground and just kind of had scent on them, but whatever, it's fine. And I really just liked the pose, and the way that the body shape was, and the fur texture. It was a little bit more simple. I feel like there was just a lot going for this one that was I don't know, it was just working out a lot better, that's for sure. do apologize for not having a ton of, like, I don't know, stuff to say about this spread. I'm still kind of trying to make it chatty, and it's a slightly shorter video by, like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 minutes than usual, but I really didn't want to push myself to just ramble about absolutely nothing when I had nothing to say. And despite the fact that I still wanted to share this spread with you guys, because obviously it did take me a lot of time. I mean, these sketchbook ones always take me so much longer than Procreate, which I'm sure if you guys have watched my videos before, you are very tired of hearing me say, but it's just the truth. They take a long time, and to sort of like scrap one and try and scramble to figure out what to do in its place is way too much. So you kind of just, or at least in my case, I kind of just have to roll with it. And so that's what I did. I suppose the last thing I could touch on are these little bushes. So they were something that I used to draw in my sketchbooks when I was bored, just kind of like as a comfort doodle all the fucking time. And I sort of lost that, and I haven't drawn them in a while. So I wanted to give them a go in the sketchbook spread. And I did them a couple different ways to try and figure out what I liked. And I don't know, we're going to see as the last couple minutes of this video progress how these large bushes that are on the top of the left page kind of turn out. But I remember kind of leaving it off and not liking them, and you guys are also going to have to like... Oh, actually, if I remember correctly, I got so pissed off, I literally turned my phone off and finished them off camera because I was like, fuck this, I'm sick of it. And I kind of just wanted to get them done. So you guys will see the entire completed spread, obviously, in the last little section of the video where I'll kind of zoom in and show it off just like I normally do. So this is the final spread. I wouldn't say that anything is like grotesquely bad about it or anything like that. It just didn't really sit right with me. I didn't feel like the squares were really activating the space. There was just a lot going on, but also like not enough going on. I feel like there weren't enough like smaller sketches, and there was just a lot going on the spread that I didn't like. I really didn't like, and I did not have a fun time really working on it, which is always kind of disappointing. But you know, it's okay. We all have these kinds of sketchbook spreads, and hopefully kind of hearing me talk about this and seeing what I was able to create is still at least a little bit inspiring, a little bit helpful, or I suppose at the very, very least, it was a nice chatty video that you guys could put on while you guys were making hopefully dope-ass art yourself. So with all of that, I'm going to go ahead and leave off this video. Thank you so much for watching. If you've made it to this point, you're a real one, and feel free to do the YouTube-y things like comment and subscribe. If you don't know what to comment, go ahead and comment algorithm because it helps, and hopefully I'll get to talk to you in the next one. Bye!